The drama begins with Seon, a witty and charming girl who is trapped by her own insecurities about her weight. Despite her shyness and lack of confidence, she shines in her secret world of music and dance, hosting an online radio show where her voice captivates fans who never see her face. Every night, she dreams of escaping high school and living a secluded life, surrounded by her favorite comforts, food, and sleep. But one evening, the irresistible aroma of a family barbecue draws her to them. Her loving parents greet her, assuring her that she's beautiful, just the way she is. Yet, as she retreats to her room, she gazes at a family photo and feels the sting of unfairness, seeing herself as the only one who isn't thin. This series delves into Seon's struggle and her journey towards self-love and acceptance. Will she find the strength to reveal her true self to the world? Filled with humor, heartache, and hope, this story promises to captivate and inspire. Don't miss out on Seon's powerful and relatable journey. Please like and subscribe. On the other hand, we see her twin sister, Shia, who is the opposite of her in every way because she is thin and beautiful. And although her voice is not sweet, her looks make her do a lot of advertisements. When a famous singer from her company named Seon has a sweet voice, she starts watching him sing and recognizes him. Shia starts taking dance lessons to practice, and the announcer gives her an interview, showing that her friends are jealous of her because she is more famous than they are. Her manager comes in and tells her that the company is going to interview her at home. Shia gets nervous on her way home and sends a message to her sister, asking her to hide so that no one can see her, because she is ashamed of her because she is fat. Meanwhile, Seon removes photos of her family and hides them in her closet, locking herself in until the interview is over. Shia says she is proud of her mom and dad for always encouraging her. When the interviewer asks her if she has any sisters, she tells that she has an older sister, but she is traveling abroad. Meanwhile, Seon feels her stomach ache and wants to go to the bathroom. She tries to hold herself together, but it looks like she's eating a cabbage, so she can't stand it. She leaves the room and heads towards the bathroom, where her sister sees her and waves to her so no one can see her. Seon runs into the bathroom, and when she comes out, the interview is over, and she tells her sister that she heard everything and asks her why she said she was traveling. Shia laughs and tells Seon that she's ashamed of her and doesn't want anyone to know she has a fat sister. Shia joins in, laughing, and says she wishes Seon would disappear from her life. The next morning at school, Seon has no friends. Everyone bullies and laughs at her, so she walks with her eyes on the ground and headphones in her ears to drown out their hurtful words. She sees her classmate, John Bacon, whom she likes, but he and his friends are always bullying and laughing at her. Seon recalls a situation from a year ago when she wrote a letter to John, confessing that she liked him and wanted to get together. Her classmate read the letter aloud, leading to more bullying. John made fun of her and let his friends laugh. Back in the present, Seon is upset, counting down the days until graduation, impatiently waiting for it to arrive. Her sister is filming a commercial with Song, but she makes several mistakes, and they take a break to rest. Song goes to talk to his manager and tells him that he doesn't want to continue filming because Shia can't sing and only relies on her looks. Shia sits next to him and tries to get close to him and tells him that she will help him act in the commercial, but he gets angry with her because she talks to him arrogantly, and he tells her that he doesn't want to do a commercial with someone who has no talent and just uses her looks, and he leaves her and walks away because the guy he likes treated her badly. Seon is playing with her dog when he suddenly bolts away from her. She chases after him, running through the streets and spinning around corners. As night falls, she finally finds her dog standing next to an old woman, lying on the ground. She helps, lifts on her back, and drives home. It turns out that the old woman is a witch, and she tells Seon that she will repay her for helping her and tells her to make any wish, and she will make it come true. Seon doesn't believe the witch and says she must be a fraud, but she listens to her words and asks her to make her beautiful and thin like her sister Shia. The witch gives her a necklace and tells her to wear it, and it will fulfill her wish. She wears it and leaves the witch's house in disbelief. But suddenly she feels a pain in her stomach and faints and falls to the ground. At the same time, her sister Shia feels tired in her dance class and falls to the ground. When they regain consciousness in the hospital, they find themselves in the same situation. Their mother enters and calls each of them by their names, and they look at each other and scream in shock because their bodies have switched with each other. They don't believe what happened and think it's a prank. They try to get back to the real one and try many ways, but to no avail. Shia notices that she is wearing a strange necklace and asks her sister about it. Thinking that Seon was talking about the witch and realizing that she was talking seriously, she takes her sister and goes to the witch's address. But she is surprised to find that she is not there, and the sign says that she is on vacation for a month. They sit together and decide to live each other's lives for a month without anyone knowing and not broadcasting each other's lives. Shia sits with Seon and gives her advice on how to deal with her looks, telling her to stay arrogant and talk to people coldly, because if she does, they'll think she's weak. And Shia shows her a video of herself dancing. Shia shows her a video of her dancing so she can see what she's doing and imitate her when she asks her to try it, only to be surprised that Seon dances beautifully and realizes that she's been practicing dancing and singing in her basement without anyone knowing. Shia asks her how she should treat her friend, but Seon tells her that she has no friends and teases her for being an outcast. They go home together, and their mom and dad are surprised because it's the first time they see them talking to each other like friends. They go into the dressing room, and each one tells the other what to wear, and they even switch cell phones. A call comes in on Shia's cell phone Seon has to answer because she looks like her sister, and her manager tells her to come over because she has an advertisement, and Shia tells her that she has to go so she doesn't lose her job. Seon goes there in her sister's body, where she puts on makeup and looks in the mirror and is happy, because for the first time she feels beautiful, and everyone around her treats her nicely and doesn't bully her. Shia starts to live her sister's life and goes to school instead, where she meets John and his friends who bully her and her looks. Shia gets nervous and wants to fight back, but she restrains herself so as not to ruin her sister's life. At the same time, Seon is living her sister's life and is impressed that she is famous and has fans. When she enters the rehearsal room, she tries on her dress for the shoot and is surprised that it is a small size and not the same as the one she wears when she is fat. She hears her sister's friends being jealous of her and calling her vain and arrogant because of her beauty, but she doesn't respond to them. When the commercial starts filming, she stumbles in the dance because she is still shy, not like her sister, and when she finishes, she is upset because she failed, and her bandmates are angry with her and blame her for her bad dancing and the impact it had on the team. Seon apologizes to them, and her sister's friends are surprised that Shia never apologizes and think she's acting, so they leave her and walk away. Seon enters the restroom where she coughs, clutches the necklace, and says she wants her body and her life back. In the meantime, she takes advantage of being in her cheating sister's body and eating the food she was deprived of due to the big diet. She calls her sister to see how she did in rehearsal, and Seon tells her that she is nervous and scared, but Shia encourages her and tells her to believe in herself and that her body is beautiful and slim. She tells her to fantasize about being in her element, singing and dancing without pressure. Seon is delighted by her sister's words and promises to focus on the advertisement. Seon gathers her strength and tells herself that this is her chance, and she must take advantage of it, and that she can succeed. The concert starts, and Seon appears on stage and starts dancing confidently and singing with a beautiful voice, surprising the audience and the team that her voice is even better than before. And Sung looks at her and is clearly impressed. When the concert ends, they continue to cheer her on, and Seon comes down from the stage, but she trips on the stairs and falls. But Song comes to her rescue just in time to check on her, and she tells him that she is fine. Afterward, Song appears on stage and starts singing with a beautiful voice, and Seon is focused on him, admiring the beautiful voice. Then her sister's manager talks to her and tells her that her performance was good, and her sister's friends apologize to her and say that her voice was different and better today. She goes home, and her mom and dad welcome her back and tell her that this is the best time she's ever had to dance and sing. Shia was sitting there, jealous of her sister, sticking her head in the water, and her mom and dad were surprised by her behavior because they thought she was Seon and didn't know she was Shia. Shia goes to her room and tells Seon to come after her when she enters, and she tells her why she sang at the party, because they all know that she has a terrible voice and has changed their perception of her, and when she returns to her body, she won't know how to act. She apologizes and tells her that she won't sing again until she's back in her body. Suddenly, Shia gets a message, and when she reads it, she is surprised that it is from Song and asks her sister if she talked to him, but she doesn't want to tell her what happened between them. Shia is surprised because the last time Song treated her badly and told her she was arrogant, he asked her to sing a duet with him in the message, and she told him she agreed and told her sister to sing instead to make him like her. The next day, she goes to school and opens her sister's locker and finds her diary, which she takes with her to read. She finds her sister writing in it that she likes her classmate John, but he rejected her because she is fat and bullied her with his friends, and that she wishes to die or disappear from life in order to relieve her torment. Shia is moved by her sister's words because she realizes that she has been suffering for something that is not her fault. Meanwhile, Seon is in her dance class when she receives a message from Song asking her to meet him on the rooftop. Seon is happy and goes to meet him, and Song apologizes to her for what he did to her and what he said before, but Seon doesn't know what happened because her sister won't tell her and says she forgives him. Song is happy and tells her that she has a beautiful voice, and they realize they have a lot to share. Song likes her more and tells her that he wants to get closer to her and gives her a hug. Seon is happy, but she gets nervous because he is telling her sister and not her, and tells him that she has to leave because her boss wants her. Meanwhile, her friend is talking to the manager and is upset that Shia has decided to be at the party instead, and the manager tells her that Shia's voice is better than hers, and she should sing, so Shia walks in and finds them eating. She sits down with them, surprising her classmates and the manager, because Shia is arrogant and always eats alone. The manager hands her her food, which is a salad bowl, and she is shocked because she is used to eating a lot, not like her sister who maintains her weight. Meanwhile, Shia has finished reading her sister's diary and decides to take her rightful place. As she walks, she sees her classmates' bullies and sees one of them looking in the mirror and saying that she is beautiful. Shia laughs and teases her. The girl gets nervous and asks her what she is laughing at, but Shia ignores her and doesn't respond to her. But the girl tears her down and all her classmates laugh at her, and the bullies laugh at her. Shia decides to avenge her sister and tears up all the girls and goes to the bully and tells her that she is as thin as a reed. When the girl tries to slap her, she grabs her by the arm and warns her that if she tries to do that again, she will regret it. John would stand by and watch and intervene to stop Shia, but she would bully him and say that she would never like a spoiled person like him. She leaves them and walks off confidently, and they are all shocked by her sudden change in personality and the fact that she has become brave and doesn't care about anyone. Afterward, Song grabs his cell phone and looks at Shia's photos and realizes that he misses her. He sends her messages to meet him, and when she sees the messages, she is happy and goes to meet him on the rooftop. This time, Song confesses his love to her, telling her that he was afraid to get close to her because people would think he liked her looks. But now he loves her personality and her beautiful voice, and Seon is happy, but she is hesitant because she is in her sister's body. But she can't help herself, and tells him that she loves him too, and they agree to meet after work for a date. Shia's friend stands behind them and films them without them noticing. At home, Shia is sitting at home with nothing to do but eat, and decides to go for a walk and go to the witch's house, but she is still on vacation. That's a pity for her, 'cause she wants her life back. When Seon finishes her work, she meets Song in the studio, and they agree on a song to sing together. Seon is happy that a famous idol like Song likes her, and wishes she could stay beautiful all the time. Afterward, they walk home holding hands and enjoying the time. When Seon enters the house, Shia is lying in the fetus, exhausted because she has nothing to do but eat and sleep, because she is upset. After they ask each other if anything has happened in their lives, but Seon won't tell her that she dated Song in her body, and Shia won't tell her that she bullied her classmates and beat them up in her body as well. When Shia tells her that 15 days are left and the month is over and everyone is back in shape, Seon is upset because she herself continues to dream about her beautiful body and continues to date Song in her beautiful form. The next day, she meets her boyfriend on the rooftop so that no one can see them and find out about their relationship, while Shia goes to school and reads her diary, and learns that her sister had previously performed in a song and dance show, but she heard the judging committee bullying her appearance, so she broke down and withdrew from the program. Shia is devastated that people are judging her sister's talent by her looks without giving her a chance. She watches her fellow bullies practicing their dance moves and laughs at them because they dance wrong and don't get the moves right. She decides to make them regret it and does the dance better than them. And everyone is shocked by her performance and can't believe that she is the shy Seon. John is so impressed by her new personality and self-confidence that he wants to get closer to her. At night, Seon returns home and finds the food she likes in front of her, but Shia stops her from eating and tells her that she's going to lose weight. Seon is surprised that her sister read her diary and gets mad at her for interfering in her personal life. They fight with each other, but they remember that their bodies have changed, and each one beats herself up to get revenge on the other. Seon decides to use the remaining 15 days to do everything she can to get closer to Song, and the next day, they do the commercial together, and when they finish, they sit in the studio to write the lyrics to the song. Seon is surprised that Song is watching the radio program she sings on, and that he likes the girl's voice, but doesn't know what she looks like, because she doesn't open the camera, and she wants to confess to him that she is the girl, but she is afraid. Meanwhile, Shia is on her sister's laptop and uses the program, and suddenly she goes live without realizing that the camera is on. All the fans see what she looks like and say negative things about her, and she tries to turn the camera off, but she doesn't know how to do it. Oh, poor girl. When Seon returns home and realizes what happened, she is shocked and upset because Song must have seen her appearance and hated her. She clutches her necklace and hopes that people will forget about her appearance and sleeps out of exhaustion. The next day, she wakes up and realizes that the live stream has been erased, and everyone has forgotten what happened. She thinks she's dreaming, but she realizes that the necklace has fulfilled her wish, so when she goes to work, she tries another wish to make sure, and wishes her friend's pants would fall off, and the wish comes true. When she tries it again and says she wants a certain food, she is surprised when her boss walks in with the food and is happy that all her wishes have been fulfilled. But when Song is singing on stage, he messes up the lyrics and Seon runs to get the contract. She hopes he sings well, and the wish does come true, but she is surprised that someone gets hurt and realizes that every time she makes a wish, someone close to her gets very hurt. When word gets out that Song stole the lyrics to his new song, he gets depressed and locks himself in the studio. She tries to send him messages, but he doesn't respond, so she decides to go home and try to comfort him. He tells her that he is thinking of retiring, but Seon encourages him and says that he is talented and should continue and not listen to what people say. She starts singing with him, and they practice what they will do together, and when they finish, Song thanks her and tells her that he is happy to have her in his life. Shia is at school when her sister's bullied classmates call her and ask her to teach them how to dance and that they won't bully her anymore. Shia is delighted and agrees, taking them to practice their dance moves and giving them prizes to learn faster. Days pass and the month is over, and Shia is happy to finally get back into shape and goes with her sister to the witch's house. But she is still traveling, and Seon holds on to the necklace, wishing that she would only get back into shape when she does a duet with Song. The next day, Shia is at school, and John tries to approach her to talk to her, but she rejects him and tells him to stay away from her and that she doesn't want to talk to him. After school, she walks home and smells food at a restaurant, so she goes in and eats all of it, but feels guilty because she used to tease her sister and say that she had no will. But when she took her place, she did the same. Song then calls Seon and tells her that he has decided to take her advice and continue singing. He holds a press conference and explains that he was wronged and that there was a misunderstanding, but then photos of him with Seon go viral and everyone sees them, and reporters ask him about the nature of his relationship with her, but he doesn't want to answer and walks away. When Shia finds out what happened, she is furious and starts yelling at her sister for ruining her image and getting involved with a nobody like Song. But Seon defends Song and tells her that she loves him. Shia laughs and tells her that she is deceiving herself, and that if he knows the truth, he will leave her. They fight with each other, and Song comes and defends Seon and knocks Shia to the ground, because he thinks she is one of his fans and jealous of Shia, not knowing that Shia is the fat girl who fell suddenly. Seon is shocked by what happened and realizes that Song would never love her if he knew she was fat. Seon sits down and laments that she was living in an illusion. Necklace and decides to go to the witch to get back into shape. But when she arrives, she realizes that the witch has passed away, and her daughter is in her place, telling her everything that happened and asking her what to do. The daughter tells her that the only way to get back into her body is to hold the necklace and wish with all her heart that she could go back to her life, and then the necklace would disappear. Seon tells her sister what she got to know, and she's happy that she's finally getting back. But Seon realizes that the necklace is nowhere to find. They go looking for it together and are unsuccessful in finding it. The two sisters manage to escape them and go for a walk together, laughing and reminiscing about their childhood memories, getting closer to each other and having a good time. She then goes to meet Song one last time to say goodbye before she goes back to her real form, and asks him not to be mad at her if she suddenly changes, and Song hugs her and tells her he will never be mad at her. Seon returns home and holds on to the contract with her sister, hoping that each of them will return to their own body. But when they wake up the next day, they are shocked that nothing has changed. One day, Seon asks her sister to bring her the song sheet from home, and when Shia goes to her, she is not concentrating on the road and is about to have an accident. But Seon runs to her and saves her from the car, and they faint and are hospitalized together. When they wake up, Seon is shocked to see the witch doctor who gave her the necklace, and the doctor tells her that her relationship with her sister has improved, and they love each other again. She tells them that her job is done, and just goes. Shia goes to fix what her sister did and meets Song, and tells him that she doesn't want to continue with him because she doesn't like him, while Seon is walking her dog when John appears in front of her and apologizes for what he did and admits that he likes her and wants to get her account name. But Seon gets nervous and apologizes to him and tells him she loves someone else, and she means it for Song and leaves him and walks away. She goes back to her normal life and continues to dance and sing. After that, Song wants a singer with him in a duet after Shia left him and decides to hold a competition to choose the most beautiful voice. Seon is encouraged and applies for the program, and when her turn comes, she is nervous, but she gathers her courage and starts singing and reminisces about her memories with Song, and does all her best with a beautiful performance. All the judges got impressed, and Sung is impressed by her voice and feels that he knows her and chooses her to sing with him. As they sing together, Seon feels a sense of fulfillment wash over her. No longer hidden behind a facade, she embraces her true self, basking in the glow of newfound confidence and love. With gratitude in her heart, Seon reflects on the miracle that transformed her life, propelling her toward her dreams with unwavering determination. So, my dear viewers, as Seon's journey comes to a close, remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more tales of courage and triumph. 'Cause in the end, it's not just about the drama, it's about the magic of believing in yourself and chasing your dreams. Thank you for watching. Just click to watch more recaps.